I'm going to start record. Okay, so who doesn't know fractions at all in this class? I think everybody knows how to do it, right, Harvey? So I think if you're not looking at the screen, there's impossible that you're learning something, right? Like, I mean, this is not a regular school thing, so you don't have to uh, come to this class if you don't want to learn something, right? So, but the thing is, if you're looking at the screen, I think um, by listening, it's not going to be functional for this class. Okay, everybody. So first of all, before we start today's class, I'm going to just explain two very important things before we start doing today's class. Okay. So Ivy, you're not there yet, but when you're in grade 10, you're going to be asked to remember some formulas. Okay. The formulas look like that. A squared minus B squared equals A minus B times A plus B. So what does that mean? Okay, so people will go into like you're going to maybe have a lot of question mark in your brain. It's like, what is that? So that means if somebody is asking you, so 101 squared minus 31 squared. So how are you going to do it, everybody? You don't have to really calculate a 101 and 31. All you need to do is
You
101.
plug it in.
Yeah, you plug it in. Okay, so minus 31. So it's actually 132 times 70. So the answer is 4290. Okay, so you can compare with this one. So if you calculate a 101 times 101 and a calculator 31 times 31, there are a lot of big numbers, right? 2 digit times 2 digit, three times 3 digit times 3 digit. But for this one, they're just only concluding with one bigger number multiplication. Get it? So Ivy used to remember, I said, even for me, like I always making mistakes, right? So for everybody, that's the same thing. So the less bigger number, the easier you get the answer. So this is a very useful equation, but the thing is where we get it. Where we get it, a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. So
You
Samuel,
expand
of
it.
course, Samuel, of course, it is very, how to say, it is very complicated uh, to understand where we get it because that's the mathematician comes from, right? So that is a mathematician, he got it from. But the thing is, by understanding where this formula comes from is going to help you to remember the formula. Understand, Kai? Okay, so in later on, you're going to remember a lot of, so if you, I don't know if any of you are going to do the AP or IB. Okay, so if you're doing AP, like, or in your grade 11 or grade 12, Ivy, you're going to be remembered like tons of formula. So in order to help you to understand or remember the formula, is we find out what is a squared minus b squared. How do we get it? Okay. Okay, Daniel's here, I think. Okay, finally. So let's take a look at this one. So who can tell me what is a squared minus b squared looks like? When you see there's a square number, the first thing I think is what? Ivy? Oh, sorry. I call you for so many times. Isaac.
A square.
Very good. A squared and b squared. It looks like an area of two squares, right? So I can just make it something like that. No, it's not a square. Don't you agree with me, everybody? Okay. So I'm just making this blue one equals A, the side, sorry. And the red one is B. Don't you agree with me? So A squared minus B squared is exactly the green part, everybody. Do you agree with me? Okay. So now the
Yes.
question is became how to calculate the area of this green. So I can just add a line here. So who can tell me how to do this area? So it's A times A minus B, correct? Because the length is A, and this one is A minus B, correct? Okay, so let's take a look at this part. So how about this part? So this part is what? B
Plus A.
times A minus B, correct? Okay, so now I'm going to plus these two together. Okay, A times A minus B plus B times A minus B. So what is a common factor? A minus B. So it's A plus B times A minus B. So that's why A squared minus B squared equals A plus B times A minus B. Get it, everybody? So this is the first time we actually combine the algebra with the what?
Geometry.
Thank you. We combine the algebra and the geometry together. Okay. So actually, all the boys and girls, when you're going to the grade 10, why there are so many students used to be so good at math, dropping the math score. Because when you're in grade 9 and grade 10, you're going to starting to have so many connections between algebra and geometry. So math is actually a science about graphing. Understand Samuel? Understand Daniel? OK，所以我们现在先给你们打好一个基础。哎，你会发现这个 formula is actually talking about a what? A geometry. It's talking about the area. 对不对 Samuel? Get it? Okay. And there's another thing I want to. So everybody, did you take notes? 有没有把这个记下来？有没有把这个记下来？我给大家一点时间把这个记下来啊，好不好
？Got it.
Okay, so if you calculate it down, so there's another thing. I think this one's pretty easy. But do you know how to calculate 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus all the way to 50? I hope you still remember, okay?
I do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Carrie, I was gonna I was gonna go see your puppies on I think it's like a few days ago, but
Yeah.
you were at home, so we rang the doorbell.
Uh-huh.
And there was nobody at home. Do you know how there's like a tiny mail? We flipped it, and then we saw Goldie and Bagel's noses.
Yes. They want to get out and play with you, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so everybody, how to do this one? I have received Isaac's, and the rest of you don't know. So the first.
Oh wait, we're supposed to submit the answers.
Yeah. So first number plus the last number times how many numbers are there and divided by 2. Okay, Harvey, do you know how to do it? Yes, Harvey? Harvey, are you listening or no? Yeah, I cannot hear you. So
Yes.
do you know how to do this one?
Well, now I do.
Okay, so if you think now you do, so please everybody be quiet. Okay, so Harvey, can you tell me 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus all the way to 102 equals what? And Kai and Samuel and Isaac and Daniel and Ivy, please send the answer by chat to me. And Harvey, can you tell me the equation?
Okay.
Just say everyone else.
Okay, so it's 2 plus 102.
2 plus 102. Very good. And times what?
102.
No.
Wait, no.
Think about it.
102 divided by 2, because.
Yeah, so it's 51.
Yeah, 51.
Right? And remember, divided by
2.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, everybody. So, but the thing is, everybody, if I give you the numbers 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus all the way to 100 and sorry, 303. So how do we do this? So remember, okay, so sometimes it's not reversible. So for instance, sorry, 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 11 and plus all the way to 301. So Harvey, obviously you cannot just calculate the number of the numbers by divide one thing, right? So how do we do this one? So Samuel.
301 plus 1. All of that. All of that multiplied by 70.
So
Oh,
1
wait, never
plus
mind.
301, that's right, okay? So when the numbers like that, everybody please, okay? So take a look. So the last number
I know how to do
minus
it.
the first number. Yeah, Isaac, I know you know how to do it because
Wait,
How do
what?
Well, you taught me before?
Carrie.
yeah, of course I told you before. Uh-huh.
Oh,
If it isn't this supposed to be 1, 4, 7, 10?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's where I
Yeah.
made a mistake.
But that's the all the thing. So how many numbers are there?
100 and
Yeah, so
no, we don't know.
let's take a look at this one, okay? So in order to find how many numbers are there, you're using the last number minus the first number. Okay, so everybody, okay, so Ivy and Daniel, please just turn on the camera. I'm sick of this, okay? Turn on the camera. You're not ugly or super handsome. It's okay to let everybody look at your face, okay? Daniel, if you don't turn it on, I'm not going to continue this class. So the whole entire class people are going to hate you. Yeah, I'm going to call your mom. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Good job. See, you're a normal kid, right? 你有没有像明星一样帅，帅到我们都要跑到你家里来？
老师，我就来出现，老师，我是歪着这样子说，看着。
你反正每次都有理由。So everybody, we know the AMC 8 will be held on January. Okay. So altogether, we are going to have about 2 months to prepare. Okay. So there are some students in this class, they are not even grade 8 yet. So you still have a lot of time. Okay. But
like me.
people
Do we
which
have-
is very close to grade 8 or grade 7. So I strongly suggest you to pay a little bit more attention to this class because you know what? Because everybody know that Miss Carrie is a good teacher, right? I don't want people to think, okay, you are spending time with me and you're not getting any improvement. This is not very normal for me. Okay. Almost every single of my student get really good scores in math competition or in the math class in their school. I'm not talking about like grade 1 to grade 7. I'm talking about grade 11, grade 12, something like there are so many high school students is going to fall. Okay. I can help student within 1 year, they can finish 6 years of math in school. Okay, so this is my not even 1 year, maybe half year. I can help you to finish 6 years of the school's math.
I'm pretty sure that's true because in kindergarten, my teacher said I was like not very smart.
But now you're the smartest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the things, this is my ability. Okay, thank you, Isaac, to prove it for me. And I have so many proving because I don't want to say that I'm not a good teacher. I am because I have so many passion about teaching and I care about my every little students in this class or not even in this class. Okay, but the thing is, I hate it because sometimes if the result is not very good, of course, I think maybe sometimes my teaching method is not maybe your style. But most of the time, Samuel, okay, listen to me. The result is not very good is because you actually sitting there, but your soul is not here with me. Get it? If your soul is here with me, your brain is here with me, I can guarantee everybody in this class, like every of my students, they get every result like Isaac have, or some students that maybe you don't meet, you don't know. Okay, but all I request from you is playing this 90 minutes with me thoroughly. Don't do anything else because it's not worth it. You have another, because you know what? Being with me for this 90 minutes can save you a whole lot of time outside the school, in your math class or in other math teachers. Understand, everybody? So you think it is very, very smart that, oh, this 90 minutes I can do whatever because this teacher is not even standing in front of me. But why I'm asking you to turn on the camera? Because I can see your face. Look, by looking at your face, I know that you're 100% with me, or even 50% with me, or even just a 5% with me. Get it? It's not wasting my time. It is wasting your time. Think about it. I'm a teacher, can finish the 6 years of math in half year. So think about it, how efficiency my class is. Correct, Isaac? Right? So this is not something like you think you're smart. I think it's pretty silly. Okay. So now let's go back to the class. So remember, okay, sorry about that. I have a lot of like scribbling and everything. So just to take over. Okay. So when the number became weird, so how to calculate how many numbers are there? Because it's the first number plus the last number times the number of the numbers and divided by 2. And Kai, why you put Jasper's face here? Okay, not good. Okay, so how to do this is the last number minus the first number divided by the differences and plus 1. And trust me, this one is going to be in your grade 10 math class, regular math class. Okay, so a lot of students said, 哈，这个东西反正都是数学竞赛的吧，我学不学都无所谓。好了，当你到10年级的时候 this is exactly something in your math book. Okay, so now
can I
if
ask a
you learn
question?
it early, yeah. Pardon me, Samuel?
So, are both these ones the first term?
No, this
Like,
one is additional number, like you need.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
So, like,
this is a
here?
last number minus the first number and divided by the differences for each set of the number and plus 1. That is that's for calculating
just,
how many numbers are there. So that's why there's no 1 after. Okay,
you just have
everybody,
to like
please put this formula into your notebook, because you know what? Almost every math contest is having this kind of questions. Okay, not exactly, but they're using this formula. Okay, Daniel, what are you doing? 又开始搞了。我跟你讲，你是不是要我告诉你妈，然后让你妈揍你啊？真是的。Okay, so everybody, this is a very simple formula, right? So Isaac, I think he learned with me when he was like very little. I still remember it's a summer class or something like that, right? This one is always, yeah, it's always being learned so many times, and you know what? It is being used for a lot of math competitions. Okay, so let's just go back to today thing. So today we're going to. So did you make the formula? Write down the formula, everybody. Okay, so assume that is okay. So let's take a look at today's first questions. Okay, so today's first question is like that. Okay, so I'm going to block the answer. Okay, Daniel, I know what you're doing. You're trying to copy down the answer right now. Yes, I know you very well. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Daniel, okay, so the question is 1 over 1 plus 2, 1 over 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 over 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and all the way to 1 over 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus all the way to 50. So Kai, let me ask you a question. Is it possible that the question is asking you to make the denominator the same and calculate it 1 by 1? Is it possible? No. Okay, very good. Kai. No, it's no. Okay. 这个题目不可能让你1/3加1/6加1/10，然后最后加到好多一个很大的数，然后把它通分，然后做。It's impossible. Okay, Ivy? So you have to know that all the math competition questions, or when you're grade 11 or grade 12, it looks very complicated question and must have something easier to do. So I am the person who help you to saving the time on doing math questions and math homework. Understand? My goal is finish every question within 2 minutes. And while your classmates is spending 20 minutes, and for this 18 minutes, then you can do whatever. But don't use my 90 minutes to do whatever. Understand? Because you can save tons of 18 minutes, and there I can promise you it's going to be more than 90 minutes for sure, Daniel. Okay? So let's take a look at this one. So 1 over 1 plus 2. So remember, Harvey, we just learned that. So 1 plus 2 equals what? 1 plus 2 times 2 divided by 2, right? So the first number plus the last number times how many numbers and divided by 2. So Harvey probably and Samuel probably going to think, 老师为什么要这么麻烦？因为1加2等于3. That's very easy. Yes, but we just want to find the pattern, and the easier pattern for the easier numbers we could apply on the bigger numbers. Understand? So we're always using the smaller, easy number to find the so-called pattern and use the pattern on the number which is big, and it's impossible for us to directly see the patterns out of it. Okay, so let's see the next one is 1 over 1 plus 3 times 3 divided by 2. Understand? Correct, Samuel? Correct, Kai? Okay, so number 3 is 1 over 1 plus 4 times 4 divided by 2. So that's why the last one is 1 over 1 plus 50 times 50 divided by 2. Get it, everybody? Okay, so there is a very important thing for us. Like I am going to ask you, because all of you tell me you understand a fraction, right? All of you. Okay, I asked this question to this class. I said, do you understand fraction? Everybody said that. So let me ask you, if you have something like 1 over 5 divided by 2, do you understand this is also equals 2 over 5? Because this divided, we can just flip over, okay? And also 1 over 3 times 4 divided by 5 equals 5 over 3 times 4. Understand, everybody? So this is very important. This is something is going to be helpful when you are in grade 11, because you're going to learn something called exponent. And when you have the exponent, you're going to see a lot of questions like that. Just to give you an example, so 3 negative 1 or 1 over. So that means what? That means 3. Because 3 negative 1 equals 1 divided by 3. So it is 1 over 1 divided by 3. So you flip the 3 out. So okay, so this is something like a lot of students think, oh, I understand fraction very well because I can calculate 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. But what is really meaning of that? Okay, so now everybody, can I just do this thing for all of them? Can I? Okay, so the question became 2 over 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 2 over 1 plus 3 times 3 plus 2 over 1 plus 4 times 4, and all the way to 2 over 1 plus 50 times 50.
Yeah, that's how far I got and I'm stuck.
Okay, very good. So now let's take a look at this one. So if the numerator all has the 2, Ivy, can we take 2 out and become 1 over 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 2 over, sorry, what am I doing? 1 over 1 plus 3 times 3 and plus 1 over 1 plus 4 times 4, and all the way to 1 over 1 plus 50 times 50. Does everybody still with me? Daniel still with me? Okay, very good. So now I'm going to do the magic part, okay? So Isaac, you stuck here because I want to kick your butt. And I think the moment I kick your butt, you are no more stuck there anymore, because if I change this one, became 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 4 plus 1 over 4 times 5, and all the way to 1 over 50 times 50. Okay, why I'm kicking Isaac's butt? Because I think he should be the one. He learned it before with me, like the other class. And Daniel, I still remember I teach you this one before as well, right? I have more than 100 students, and I even still remember every little tiny thing. If I told you, I never taught you. So see, you think your brain is not as smart as a 42 years old lady. Okay? So that means you're not using your brain well enough. Okay? You're not thoroughly use it. Probably only using 1%. Correct? Okay? But actually statistically, and everybody, our human beings only use 15% of our brain. Okay? So that means 85% is just wasted. Okay, think about it, how well and how technical right now, like Elon Musk is trying to send us to the Mars, and people is only use 15%, maybe for him, maybe using 25%. And there's 75% of our brain is being wasted. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. So Isaac, I think you know how to do it, right? So 1 over 2 times 3 equals what? Ivy equals 1 over 6, 1 over 12, and 1 over 20. Okay, so the question became 2 times what? 2 times 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5. Get it, everybody? 1 over
What?
2 minus 1 over 3 equals 1 over 6. 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4 equals 1 over 12. 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5 equals 1 over 6.
Okay. Oh yeah, now I remember.
Now the last one is 1 over 50 plus and minus 1 over 51.
I'm
So
just confused as to
2
like
times, so negative and positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So all of them are just a cross out. So it's 1 over 2 minus 1 over 51. So the answer is 2 times 51 over 102 minus 2 over 102. So the answer is 49 over 102 times 2. So equals 49 over 51. Okay.
Now I
I'm
remember.
going to answer your questions. Okay, Samuel. I think you're all with me till I'm doing here.
yeah.
Correct? Yes, I'm smart. See? Okay, so everybody, so I'm just going back to this one, okay? So I'm going to let you see the explanation, okay? So everybody, everything is here. So you get kind of like messed up here, right? So this part you still understand, right? But
Yeah.
Samuel, 1 over 2 times 3 equals what? Equals 1 over 6, right?
Mhm.
1 over 6 equals what? Equals 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. Get it? So that's why
Oh.
I'm changing 1 over 2 times 3 became 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. Okay?
So you're basically just
Yeah.
just
The thing is,
expanding
why?
the fraction.
Yeah. So now I need you to copy it down because with just looking, you cannot understand this very well. Okay? So you need to write it down. So see, 1 over 3 times 4 equals what? Equals 1 over 12, right, Samuel? So it is also equals 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. So I'm just using these two little one as example. Okay, everybody? So 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 4. Because remember, I said you need to starting with the simple and short one. So this one equals what? Equals 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. See? So the 1 over 3 and 1 over 3, negative and positive, they're gone. So the answer is just this one minus that one. Get it? Okay, so if we have three terms, that's the same thing. It's 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. This one equals 1 over 2 times 3. And we have, so plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4, because this term equals 3 times 4. And plus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5, because this one equals what? 4 times 5. 1 over. Get it, Daniel? Ivy? Okay, so we expanded. So this one is gone. This one's gone. So it's 1 over 2 minus 1 over 5. So it's always the first term minus the last term. Okay, so now we know that it's 2 times 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4 plus 1. So the last one, it is very easy. We don't have to do each one. The last one is 1 over 50 times 51. So it's 1 over 50 minus 1 over 51. So all of them are gone. Only the first one and last one stay. So 1 over 2 minus 1 over 51. So that's the answer.
Wait, so like even if it had like 1 over like 34 times 35, then you just equal 1 over 34 minus 1 over 35?
Yeah.
Oh. Does that apply for every fraction? As long as
You
it
need
follows the
to-
same rule?
Yeah, so let's take a look at this one. If it applied for all the fractions, very good, Samuel. You can think about it. And when you have such kind of question, you can also just do what? Make a question for yourself. Yeah, make a question for yourself. This is something I always do. Okay,
1
so let's
over.
do 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 4 and all the way to 99 times 100. So that's the first question, okay? And the next question is, number 2 question is 1 over 1 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 5 plus 1 over 5 times 7 plus all the way to 97 plus times 99. Okay, so let's just do the first question. Okay, everybody?
Wait, no, my answer's wrong.
Good. Okay, so everybody think about it. So I hope you're taking notes for the earlier questions because you know what? Because this one equals what? This one equals half, right? Ivy and Harvey, right? Like Ivy, Harvey, what a rhyme, okay? Samuel, Daniel is also rhyme. And Isaac and Ken, Kai. Isaac, Kai is not. Isaac, Kai.
I don't rhyme with
Yeah,
anything.
you don't rhyme. Yeah, you don't rhyme. Okay, so take a look at this one. So 1 over 1 times 2 equals half. So Ivy, did you notice that? It's also equals 1 minus half. Get it, Samuel? Okay. So 1 over 2 times 3 equals 1 over 6. This also equals what? 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. Correct? Okay, 3 times 4 equals 1 over 12. So it's also equals 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. So for the last one, I can also assume because it's 9900, so equals what? 1 over 99 minus 1 over 100. I don't have to do it because I know it. Right? So now let's just do that. So negative half plus half, gone, gone. Negative third plus third, gone, gone. So negative 4, of course, there's going to be gone. So all of them are gone. So what is the answer? 1 minus 1 over 100. So the answer is 99 over 100.
Oh,
Daniel,
you should
I
have
don't think you're listening
subtracted.
to Daniel， 你看，那你又在干嘛了？眼睛
Oh.
又在看别的地方。
I added and not subtracted them.
Yeah, so that's the thing, okay? So Kai understand? So just one by one, okay? 我再跟 Daniel 说一遍啊，我跟你说，老师刚才跟你讲的道理，我觉得 Harvey 都听懂了，Ivy 也听懂了，你还是没听懂，对不对？我用中文再给你讲一遍。
老师不是老师，我这个老师，我跟你讲，我在充电，我这是歪的，这是我正对面。
好。
本来这样上课的，我现在
那你这道题目做对了没有？
老师，我做对了。
OK， 不做对就打你啊。OK， 好，下面一道题目，你们不要觉得啊，就是老师反正现在跟你们又不在一个不在一个 universe， 对不对？I'm in the No, I can still see you. Okay, so now everybody's still the same thing. So 1 over 1 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 5 plus 1 over 5 times 7, etc. So what is the answer for that one? Remember, always just 看1 3，对吧？这个是 1 over 15，然后看这个和这个是怎么样的，把它真正的做下来，心静下来做就行。OK。
I have a question. When you like add these type of numbers, is the answer always less than 1? Can it be like greater than 1?
No, I never said it's always less than 1, but sometimes. But the thing is, you need to base on different questions, right?
Yeah. All right. Wait. So there is sometimes it is greater than 1?
Yeah.
Mm.
Different
But I
questions.
suppose you have like 2
No, I'm
over
not
1
saying
times
this
3.
questions, right? But sometimes because the question can be varied. I
So
can
like
just,
this type of questions, the one that like
so I'm
Well-
going to show you very easily. Okay, so just to focus on these questions, and I'm going to show you one questions very easily by doing
Well, I
one.
guess.
Okay, so everybody, so usually it's always like that. So let me ask you. So Kai is a person said, okay, 老师每次都是这样，第一个减去后面一个。So 1 minus 1 over 3. So my question is it equals to 1 over 3? Is it equals to, Samuel? No, 1 minus 1 over 3 equals 2 over 3. 它不等于，那怎么办？没办法，那我除以2好，对不对？ OK， 第二个呢？ So 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5 equals what? Equals 2 over 15. Now, my target is 1 over 15. 那怎么办？除以2好。So you're going to find out actually all of them is still the same, but you need to divide it by 2. Okay, so how do we do this one? Very easy. I can just, because every single equation has divided by 2, I can just using 1 over 2 times 1 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 minus 1 over 7 and all the way to plus 1 over 97 minus 1 over 90.
Oh.
Correct? Okay, still all the middle number is gone, so it's 1 over 2 times 1 minus 1 over 99. So equals 1 over 2 times 98 over 99. So the answer is 49 over 90. Get it? Okay. So Isaac has asked me a question. He said, is it always the answer is smaller than 1? I can just do one thing and everything will be different. I put a numerator on the top. So this question's answer will be the whole thing. Correct?
So like the top is always one and the bottom is like
The
No.
top can also be a different number. Like before we
Yeah,
had
well,
2.
Top could
is
be
it possible to top is just one?
Yeah, the top is one, but the thing is, if the bottom is like that, the answer is always smaller than one, right? If they have the
Yeah.
same difference. Okay, understand everybody? Okay, so if you don't, you can just take a look at our video, okay? I always send the video to all of you, okay? So because I think even for the smartest kid, everybody, I always forgot where is my key, okay? I remember everything I told you, I taught you, but I always forget where is my key is, okay? So I guess some people, like, they're easy to forget some kind of specific thing. So if you forget something I talked to you in the school, in the class, just always go back to the video, okay? Because the video is always there. I uploaded them in the YouTube. So anytime if you want, you can just go there. So let's take a look at this one. So this question is like that. Okay, so the question is this time is 1 minus 1 over 2 squared, and 1 minus 3 squared, and 1 minus 4 squared. So everybody, I hope you know that 1 equals what? Equals 1 times 1. So this question could be 1 squared minus half squared, right? Times 1 squared minus 1 over 3 squared. And 1 minus 1 over 4 squared. Something like that, correct? Okay, so how do we do this? 1 minus half times 1 plus half. Remember the equation. A squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. This is the first thing first in the class, okay? So the next one, 1 minus 1 minus 1/3 and 1 plus 1/3. Correct, everybody? Okay, so you can take a look at this one. So this question became 1 over 2 times, 哎呀，贝果你不要来抓我 3 over 2 times 2 over 3 times 4 over 3. You're going to find out all of them could crossed out as well. Only the last one and the first one left. So the answer is 1 over 2 times 101 over 100. 这道题目这个答案少了个括号啊。So the answer is 101 over 200.
还没叫我们给他答案。
Okay, understand everybody? Okay, so this is something. So this is almost the hardest question for today, okay? So let's take a look at this one. So number 3 is easy. So I give you A, B, and C, okay? So there are 3 numbers. So A equals 1,000 times 103. Okay, so obviously this is a 3 numbers with different denominator and different numerators, okay? So how to compare these 3 numbers, which one is having the biggest number? So that is a question that we need to think about it, okay? So 1001, because if the numbers having the different numerator and different denominator, it's very hard for us to calculate it and compare. And I trust me, none of you want to calculate 1001 times 1002, right? I guess nobody wants to do it in this class, okay? So how do we do this? Is making the denominator the same, okay? Because when the denominator is the same, the smaller the numerator, the smaller the number. Correct, Harvey? Correct, Kai? Okay, so we all understand this. So how to make, so we know that for this one, and this one, and this one, these 3 denominators, it seems like 1011, 1002, and 1003 keep come back into each other. So for this A, I'm going to time this one. Why I time this one? Because by time this one, I can make the denominator of A is 1001 times 1002 and times 1003. And time this is not going to change the value of A because 103 over 103 equals what? Equals
Oh, I've heard of this.
right? Understand? So now this one equals 1000 times 1003 squared over 1001 times 1002 times 1000. Correct? And by doing this one, you have 1000 times 102 squared. And by doing this one, you have 1000 times 101 squared. So obviously, which one's the biggest? A is the biggest because A is having the biggest numerator. Understand? Because you can see I timed these two. The value of these three things is always 1. So it's not going to change the value of A, B, C. Okay. So number 4 is easy questions. I think number 4 is pretty easy because it's just a layered one by one. I'm going to let you guys take a look how the question is being solved. Okay. Because I don't think this question need me to explain a lot, but if you want me to do, I can do it.
Oh, this one just looks annoying. It doesn't look hard.
OK, Daniel 调出去，还是让 Daniel 换了一个？Okay, so I hope you understand this one. If you need my explanation, I can do it right now. Or else I don't think this question is pretty hard.
Can I have an explanation of it?
Yeah.
This
So
is
the thing
confusing.
is, you can see,
It's messy.
I'm going to, so because you see, it's 1/1 plus blah blah blah, right? So you see, it's 1/. So you can take this part off. Get it? So it's so the fraction is like that. So how do I explain this one? So they want to know the value of A, right? So A is in the like layer. So I can just put this part out and make this one like one. How do I say this? Because it's a 1/, the whole thing. So 1/A equals 16/23 if the bottom is A. So A/1 equals 23/16. Do you understand this part? Yeah, so I just flip it. So anything, so 1/, this whole thing equals 16/23. So this whole thing equals 23/16. Get it?
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we're talking about this bottom part equals 23/16. So that's why this part equals 17/16 because we have 1 plus here and 1 plus here. So these can be just done. Get it? And now, because this whole thing equals 17 over, so that's why this whole thing equals 16/7. Yeah, so this is like layer by layer. This is how we get it. Pretty cool, hey? Right? Understood? Yeah, so this is 所以你们看到了，其实我觉得 math competition is really cool, right? Because it's actually nothing far away from your understanding. We're not learning something fantastically hard. 对不对 Samuel？ 对不对？其实我们都在学，今天都在学 fraction， 对吧？就像如果你学过这个了，你看到 one over two times three， 你就把它 explained as one over two minus one over three。可是 some people they just cannot see it。那你是不是就是1/6等于1/2减1/3 ？Right? It's nothing fancy here. Correct? Okay. So this one is also like that. It's just asking you. So 1 over a equals, for instance, 2 over 3. Then a equals what? Equals 3 over 2. Get it? It's just like that. Very easy just to flip them. Okay, so now let's take a look at number 5. Okay, number 5, if you can think about it as well. So evaluate this number equals what? So like I said, if you see there are a lot of layers, a lot of numbers, Kai and Samuel, remember, there's impossible that any questions like that will ask you to really calculate 3,000 division lines. There's impossible, okay? So always starting with the small and simple and find out the pattern and work on to the last term. Understand? So that is the way. That is today's method, okay?
I was gonna look at the explanation because I have no idea how this works.
对呀，但是你现在看过了，你就知道了呀，对不对？
Oh, you're doing it layer by layer for like the first few.
Okay, understand? So by doing that, you actually find out 它是不是每次做一遍以后，这个上面那个 numerator 就 reply 到这边来了，对不对？ So they're just always the same numbers coming back and coming back. So all you need to do is find out which layer they are in. So it's basically just a 2, 3. So the number is repeating. The pattern recurs. So that's why the answer is 2,000. I think this one having a mistake. It's 8. 还有一个 typo. Okay, it's always 2, 3, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7, so 3, 6, 5, and again 2, 3. 所以他们的数字每3个就 repeat 一次，对不对？那你只要把1000除以3，然后看 remainder 是 1，remainder 是 1就是第一个。So the answer is 238 over 360. Samuel, by looking at is not going to help you. You have to sit down and calculate the number. That's the key of doing it. Okay, because I think you're very good because you fully focused on what I said. The things at this moment, I strongly suggest you to take out the pencil and starting to calculate it. That would be really helpful.
I'm just slightly confused on how you got like how do you get the 1 here?
Because that's a question. Every time you have 1 minus 1 over 127 and 365, and the second layer is 1 over and 1 minus. So that's the question. Is every time is 1 minus this. The question is like
Oh.
every layer is 1 minus 1 over the question, the number you calculated out.
Oh, so you're basically just like
Yeah.
unfolding
Yeah,
it, sort of.
every single layer. See, that's the thing. So really, like sit down and starting to calculate is the key to understand that.
Oh, I get it now.
See, right? All you need to do, so boys and girls, okay, just to sit down and try to do it, and don't be scared by the question, because all the questions like 只老虎, okay, paper tiger. It's not dog tiger, because I saw Isaac's tiger is kind of like looking at us. 叫 Isaac 的狗叫 Tiger, and she is a girl. Isaac, you do it on purpose, right?
Do what? Oh yeah, because I don't know why I named it Tiger.
Yeah. 你是母老虎嘛？是不是？
Yeah. Also, Tiger should be a cat name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see a negative sign.
Okay, everybody understand? So I'm going to stop doing this, okay? So let's move forward, okay? Very good. So first question.
Oh, wow.
This question, nothing hard at all. Just calculation, okay? So we're not going to spend time on this question. So there's no tricks, just because you can see 3, 2, and 3. So just a minus and plus and whatever. So the same thing, okay? So this one, we're not going to spend any more time on this. But try to find out if they have the common factors, and you can just maybe eliminate it first or whatever. So this is something you can do. So let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so this question, I'm going to help you, okay? So everybody, do you understand 1.5 is also equals 1 plus, okay? 2 and 1 over 6 is 2 plus 1 over 6, okay? It's 3
Oh yeah, I know.
12 and all the way to 11 plus. And then let me help you a little bit even. I'm a very nice teacher. So 156 equals what? Equals 12
I'm
times.
13.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I think it has some memories back. Okay. Okay, I hope there are some students is going to send me the answers, okay? Because I think this one's pretty easy, right? Okay, Samuel.
Wait, the last number, like if you remove all the mixed numbers, it's like
I'm going to put the integer together. Okay.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
Integer
do.
plus integer together, right? So I can just calculate 1 plus all the way to 11. How to do it? 1
Wait, no.
plus
Oh,
11 times 11 divided by 2. So equals 66.
yeah, I should have
Right, so
56.
this you can change, okay? No worry about it. So that is the 66, right? Okay. So now let's take a look at this one. So we have another one is half plus 6 and plus 1 over 12 all the way to 1 over 156. And I know this one equals 1 minus half plus half minus 1/3 plus third minus 1/4 and all the way to plus 1 over 12 and minus 1 over 13. So that's why it is 1 minus 1 over 13 equals 12 over 13. And I'm going to combine these two together, 66 and 12 over 13. And congratulations, Samuel, you got it right. I'm very happy about it. Get it? Nothing hard. Everything I told you how to do it. This is exactly the same thing we did earlier. And this is exactly the same thing we did earlier. Correct? Okay, so there's nothing hard at all, right? So let me see. So let's take a look at the next question, okay? This question looks scary. Okay, there's impossible for us to do some questions like that. It's impossible. Okay, but let's think about it. So this is having something to do with a squared minus b squared. Okay, help you. Such a nice. Look at this one, okay? Look at these two numbers.
Please send you answer.
You already did? Very good. Everybody, if you see that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So obviously, 1 2 3 4 5 6在中间，这边是1 2 3 4 5 5，这边是1 2 3 4 5 7 right? Everybody, I think I can use Chinese for this one because I hate to sing 1 2 3 4 5 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm gonna bite my lip tons, okay? So what is the differences? So you can understand is because 1 2 3 4 5 6减1是不是就等于1 2 3 4 5 5啊？1 2 3 4 5 6加1是不是就等于1 2 3 4 5 7啊？Okay, so this question became 2000 over 1 2 3 4 5 6减去1 2 3 4 5 6加1乘以1 2 3 4 5 6减1。So this one equals what? Equals 1
1,
2
2, 3.
3 4 5 6 squared minus 1 squared. Okay,
This is
everybody.
1.
If you see there's a 1 in front of negative in front of it, always remember to bracket, okay? Because when you go to the grade 8, sorry, grade 10 or grade 11, that is the moment that there are a lot of students that's going to be tricked by the question. Like there's a trap and everybody drops it, okay? 好了，那把这个 bracket 拿掉是怎么样？就是1 2 3 4 5 6的平方减去1 2 3 4 5 6的平方 and plus 1, right? Because it's minus 1, so it's minus
is
minus
1.
is plus. So basically, these one gone. So it's 2,000 divided by 1. So that's why the answer is 2,000. Hey, so now do you believe in me? I said I'm trying to save your time, not wasting your time, because if using the regular method, it's going to take forever to do these questions, right? Daniel, correct? Okay, I don't want you to do any bigger calculations, but do this one. Okay, so number 4, everybody, I want you to think about it and do this one. Okay, number 4 is exactly the same as the first question. And meanwhile, I need to go to the washroom. And I hope when I'm back, everybody's getting the answer already. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Okay, I'm a refreshed person. Okay, so did anybody finished calculating this one? Okay, Daniel 去一下 bathroom，跟我一样，老师一上他也。Okay, Isaac 也去。
Oh, Isaac's back.
Okay, so everybody, I'm going to explain this question. Okay, so very easy. So 1
Did
over.
me get correct?
对啊，So 1 plus 2，你看一下对不对嘛？你自己看吧。Divided by 2. Okay. So the next one is 1 plus 3 times 2 times 3 divided by 2，对不对？那最后一个呢是 1 plus 100 times 100 divided by 2，对不对？
Oh, yes, yes.
Got it, everybody? Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. So divided by 2 can flip up, correct? So
Just move it up.
2 over 1 plus 2 times 2, and plus 2 over 1 plus 3 times 3, and all the way to 2 over 1 plus 100 times 100. It's exactly the first question I explained to the whole entire class. Okay, so 2 can take out, so it became 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 4 plus all the way to 1 over 100 times 101. Okay, so it's 2 times 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4 all the way to plus 1 over 100 minus 101. Okay, so this one gone. So 2 times half minus 101. So I'm going to do this one. So 2 times half equals 1. 2 times 101 equals 2 over 101. So the answer is 99 over 101. Okay, Isaac, which one? Which part is making mistakes? Because you're doing too fast.
I forgot to do the times 2.
No, I think the mistake you made.
I also did it in the first part.
No.
Like-
let me explain, okay, Isaac? I think you didn't do this part. You didn't, like me, listing.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
Yes, okay. So the thing is, everybody think, especially for the smart kid, okay? Most of the kid coming to my class, most of the kids think they're smart, okay? So this is the typical mistakes that the only smart kid will make. Okay, they thought they know. Okay, so that's why they don't want to spend that time to list all the details. But that is a moment that you're going to make mistakes. Understand? It's not like you don't understand. The part is like you think you understand thoroughly. That is a moment that the question is going to trigger you. Okay, so like even me, for me, I'm going to go by one step by step. I'm not going to skip anyone. So you know what? The only one I may skip is this part. I may skip this part if I do it myself, but I would never skip this part. Okay, everybody, like I said, I explained very detailed for every single question. If you don't understand part, please go back to the video, okay? So now let's take a look at number 5.把这个狗毛我想留着的。This question, try to find out, okay? Try to see, like maybe there was something. Obviously, We want to find something in common and
Wait, for the last 100, is it plus 100, plus 1 over 100 or minus 1 over 100?
Huh? What?
Never mind.
I don't understand your question. But this part is hard, okay? This one is something we never learned it, but the thing is, I want everybody to have ability to see, like, almost every single one, they have something connected with 3, okay? So if we take out 1 over 3 out, the first one will be 1 over 1 times 2 times 3. The second one will be 2 times 3 times 4. The third one will be 3 times 4 times 5. Get it, everybody? So the last one will be what? If I take 3, 98 times 99 times 100. So everybody, I have some student, okay, from not from this class, from other class. They asked me, 老师, so why you know 1 over 3 is going to be take out? 我告诉你为什么. Because I do so many math calculation. 我做很多你们不喜欢做的事情，就是这个294，我一看我就知道它等于98乘以3。OK， so 有很多小朋友说，哎呀，我们到了8年级以后都是要用计算器的。对啊，你用计算器可以啊，对不对？用计算机了，对不对？用计算器不用再做 calculation 了。可是你要知道后面要学 factoring， 对不对 ？Factoring because x squared minus 5x and plus 5x is not a good example. 6x and plus let me see 8. Okay, equals 0. X equals what? 那你要看到这个6，你就要知道它等于什么？等于2加4。这个8呢，等于2乘以4。So this
Oh yeah, I learned this before.
right. So yeah, so those common sense you need to have them. So who said the calculation is the most no use? Like a lot of students said, okay, 做计算题最没意思，一点用都没有。Okay, but the thing is, if you are really knowing every single calculations very well, you can just do the same thing. You know, 294 equals 3 times 98. So 98 times 99 times 100 is such a good thing because Samuel, remember, 我们在前面是不是1乘以2，加上2乘以3，加上3乘以4，对不对？是不是都是 connected 的，都是 continuous number，对不对？那这边是不是也是 continuous number，对不对？ So that is the sign that everything is going to be easy. OK， 那这个1/6，对不对？这个就等于1/6。这个呢，等于24/1。OK， so this one equals 60, 1 over 60. So I want you to copy this down. This is another formula. OK. So this one equals what? Equals 1 over n minus 1 over. Understand? So that means what? This one equals 1 times 2 minus 1 over 2 times 3. This one equals 1 over 2 times 3 minus 1 over 3 times 4. And this one equals 1 over 3 times 4 minus 1 over 4 times 5. Get it? So the last one is what? The last one is just dot, 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 and 1 over 98 times 99 minus 1 over 99 times 1. And all of them are gone again. So it's 1 over 3 times 1 over 2 minus 1 over 9900. Okay, so this is just a little bit calculation. Oh, sorry, it's a half times. Sorry, this one is a half. Okay, sorry. So 1 over n times n plus 1 times n plus 2 equals half times 1 over this one. Okay, so everything, so you need to times a half in front of it. So it's 1 over 6 times 4949 over 9900. So the answer is 4949 over 594. So that is my answer. Sorry, I forgot the half. Okay, so everybody, so just copy this formula. So I'm going to stop here and let you take notes and everything. Understand, everybody? If you have any questions, you can ask me right now.
For the formula, how did you turn the right side into? How did you add n plus 1 to the right side as well?
Which one?
Here. How did you get n plus 1?
Which one?
As
Oh, this is a formula. You just copy it out. You just use it directly. 你看它这个不是，那你看，因为它这边如果是1 over 1乘以2乘以3，对不对？那是不是就等于1/6啦？那就等于1 over 2 minus 1 over 6 and times 1 over 2。OK， 那如果是1 over 2 times 3，那就等于1 over 2 times 3 times 4 equals half times 1 over 2 times 3 minus 1 over 3 times 4。Get it, everybody? So you need to copy the formula done, okay? Without the formula, I think it is very hard to do, okay? Understood? So now let's take a look at number 6, okay? Given, sorry, the time is over. Okay, so I think we're pretty much, so let's take a look at this one, okay? I'm going to give you this one a little bit help. So basically the same thing. So 3 over 2 equals 1 plus 1 over 2. Get it? And this one equals what? Equals 1 minus plus 1 minus 1 over 6. Get it? So you still have these 1 over 2, 1 over 6 in handy, something like that. And this one is the same thing of the question we did it before. Okay. How about like that? We just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can skip the question if you don't know how to do it, because I think number 9 and number 10 is pretty easy. Number 11 is pretty easy as well. It's the same as we do it like earlier, and number 12 is pretty easy as well. I'm going to give you the question for all the 12 questions, but if you don't know the later on questions, it is fine. Okay, so from 1 to 6, it's everybody have to do it, and 7 to 12 is you can select the one that you know how to do it. Understand, everybody? So if your mom is calling me or sending me message said, 啊，我的孩子第八题到后面都不会做呀, that means you are not listening well enough, correct? And Harvey? Right? I think it is not very polite that when your teacher is still talking and you just stand up and doing something else, right? Correct? Okay, so do you understand what kind of question we need to do? Okay, so Isaac, do you understand? 我的网络不好了吗? Okay, is it my internet is not working? Okay, 每个小朋友都知道了吗？第一题到第六题 is must to do.
Yes.
7 to 12 is selected.
Yeah.
Ivy, understand? Okay. So because I don't want to give you a lot of pressure because this is hard. Okay. To understand is much more important than you do a lot of questions every day. Understand, Kai?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. So that's it for today's class. Okay. Have a nice night. Bye bye. Oh,
Yeah,
and
bye-bye.
next week there's no class because I think I have to do an AMC 10 next week. Yeah, next week there's no class because I need to do the AMC 10. So I don't think I can make it back on time. So we're gonna have no class for the next week. Okay. So
Alright.
then 12 questions, you have more time than ever to try to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, it's fine because I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, everybody? That's it. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.